Shot outside the church. It was a pandemonium.
Hope you watching. I hope you ready. Your ass a bitch, dude.
We all shooters and we shoot to live, nigga. Yeah.
If you're watching this video, you've probably heard of King Von, but you might not have heard of Wooski. Wooski is a member of the SDL/EBT set, who are affiliated with Taekwon City, Jarrow World, and a couple other sets. They infamously beef O-Block, and sets affiliated with O-Block. Now, the interesting thing about Wooski is he actually grew up in O-Block. His blood brother is actually a BD. Wooski was able to live in O-Block and BGT because of his brother's protection, but this was soon to change. In August 2010, a brawl broke out in O-Block between SDL and O-Block members. Reezy, a BD from O-Block, was shot and killed. Wooski, who was 12 at the time, was speculated to be the triggerman, but this probably wasn't the case. Regardless whether Wooski was the triggerman or not, he still needed to get out of O-Block. It was the killing of Reezy that really intensified the war in Chicago, but it wouldn't be until 2011 when the personal beef between Wooski and Von would really begin. In October of that year, Wooski allegedly shot and killed a man named Patoon. This hurt Von bad, as he'd been close with Patoon, and he was now looking for revenge. The beef between the two would get worse when a year later, when Wooski's cousin Modell would be found dead with multiple shots in his chest. Von was the alleged killer, and the day after Modell's death, Wooski and Von would start going back and forth on Twitter. Although the war in Chicago was worsening, the personal beef between the two would slow down in 2013. But on the 29th of May, 2014, Malcolm Stuckley was shot to death while trying to flee two attackers. Von, along with another man named Big Mike, were charged with crimes. Crazily, Big Mike was Wooski's blood brother who was BD. But this would only make the beef between Von and Wooski worse, as Big Mike began to cooperate with the Chicago PD. But in a crazy turn of events, just before the case went to trial, Big Mike refused to give evidence against Von, so he was found guilty of murder and given 28 years, while Von got off free. Von actually disses Wooski about this in Exposing Me. The beef between the two cooled down in 2016, with Von waiting trial and Wooski getting picked up on a gun charge. Soon after Wooski was released, in late 2017, a 22-year-old man named HK was standing outside the gates of O-Block when he began to get shot at. HK was shot and killed as he attempted to escape back into O-Block, and Wooski is alleged to have been one of the shooters. This would have hurt Von bad, as HK was his best friend's younger brother, and Von was locked up, so there was nothing he could do about it. Then, in early 2018, Wooski would drop what some consider to be the best diss song of all time, Computers.
Stood over J Money and put four in this grill. For real, now go ask Lil Boo how shit feel. HK got caught trying to pump fake and folk got on his heels. And every time we on they block, somebody gon' get killed. Won't LA me in the studio, boy, I keep the steel.
In October of 2018, Dusky the Man was shot and killed. Dusky was a rapper and an MOB member. O-Block knew basically all of their ops would be at the funeral, and Get Back Gang began to plan an assault on the funeral. Eerily, days before the funeral, Von FaceTimed Wooski, saying we got a surprise for you.
What's all off the courage? What made y'all do it? Listen, we gon' surprise. It's time about tonight. We gon' surprise, bro.
All the members at Dusky's funeral were on edge. Wooski was outside the funeral smoking a cigarette when a car pulled up. Two shooters hopped out. Shots were exchanged and Wooski was hit in the head. Incredibly, Wooski survived this headshot. Despite surviving, Wooski would still be dissed on Twitter by Von. Only a couple weeks after Wooski was hit, Von would drop Crazy Story and his life would change forever. But the beef continued right up until April 2020, as Von was still commenting under Wooski's posts and dissing him in songs.
I've been killing shit for too long, I'm like a veteran. Wooski got shot, now he taking medicine, but anyway.
Wooski has been slowly recovering since getting shot in the head. He actually started dropping music again, which sounds pretty good. Let's hope Wooski is able to distance himself from the streets and can continue to drop good music. Rest in peace to everyone mentioned in this video who died. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.